Hello, everybody. How are you today? Happy Friday to you. Hopefully, you're doing well. We're going to go to pattern focus to find today's pattern. And we're going to scroll down. What did I decide we're doing today? World Ocean Day. We're going to do World Ocean Day, which is Y waves. You know, I picked a green tile, but World Ocean Day seems like it should be on a blue one. Let me see if I can find a blue piece of paper that's this big size. I want a big page today. Here we go. Let's do a bright blue instead. Okay, that's better. World Ocean Day. And we're doing Y waves, which is this one. Can you see that? Yep. So it looks like what we do is we draw ourselves just a quick grid. And then in each row of the grid, we're going to make waves where it comes up a little bit out of that box on the top. So we're going to make a wave, and then another wave, and another wave, and so forth and so on until we've filled up our space. Then we're going to go here. Now, I practiced this the other day, and I had a little bit of a challenge with it. So we'll have to see. I may have to draw some with pencil to get me that shape. So you do that, and then you do this. So it looks like the letter Y right here. See that Y? And then it also looks like a Y upside down. No matter which direction you look at it, it looks like a Y. And then here is the completed one that they have here. I'm not sure. I tried doing this dark bit right here. I wasn't exactly sure where they put it. I was having troubles finding their wave, or where their grid was, because it looks like their wave goes deeper, and it doesn't look like it's symmetrical, which I really like. Like this one, it looks like maybe their grid was going this way. But see, if I follow this line here, it's there and then there. I was having a hard time finding their shapes with their waves. So I'm wondering if the grid is just to kind of help you line things up and not really necessary, because I'm not sure, but I really like this. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to do my grid in a non-traditional grid. I think I'm going to give myself a border that's very organic, like that. And then I think I'm going to give myself waves like that. For my grid. Can you see my grid there? So I made it a really non-traditional grid. I think that's what I want to do. So I'm going to try that. And I'm going to try waves. The problem is I'm not in that spot. I didn't do something right. That's all right. We're just gonna go for it. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay. Let's try again. This is why I'm laying it out in pencil, because I actually struggled with this particular pattern when I played with it. I was trying really hard to make a nice even waves, and I just couldn't. Let me still go this way, but maybe make my grid a little straighter. And then I want okay, so now I changed it to this, which is much straighter. Can you see that? Let's try that. So I want a peak in one square and a valley in the other. And I'm going to go past. It shows it going straight on this line, but I think I'm going to go past it. So I'm going to go valley, peak, valley, peak. Valley, peak, valley, peak. Nope, that one, not quite right. That one's not quite right at this end. It would go up there and it would come down there. Okay. So no, that one's not right either. I've got my peak in the wrong place. That's right, valley. Peak would be up there. Would come up like that, and that would be a valley. Okay. Okay, that's why I'm drawing it in pencil. I'm going to start at the corner of my grid, and this is going to come up and it's going to peak, and then it's going to come back down to the same corner, and then it's going to come down and valley a little bit and come back to this corner and peak and valley, valley, peak. Now it's going to come to here. Would be easier to draw these waves just kind of naturally, I think. Something like that. Okay, I think I have my waves the way I want them. I've done them in pencil on my grid, I think I'm all right with that part. So let's draw. Let's start with pen. I'm going to actually draw, I think, in a fatter pen. First I'm going to draw my border. Start my border here. Like that. My first wave. Rather than looking at my grid, I'm just going to just kind of follow my pencil line for my wave and not look at the grid. I think the grid is just throwing me off. That's better. I'm getting a nice flow. I'm just kind of generally following what I did with pencil, but not like super specific. And then this would be like that. Okay, I'm happy with my waves. I'm going to erase all those grid lines so that I don't really see any of them, so they don't confuse me. And now I need to do those Y bits, and I was having troubles with them as well. I decided that occasionally on Fridays is when I'm going to put the hard pattern, because I will have already kind of warmed up a little bit. My hands and my wrists will have been doing some practice with the previous, because I usually do 1 week's videos. I record them on one day, so I do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday all on one day. And by the time I get to Friday, I'm loose, I'm feeling better. I don't want to do a hard one on Monday. So I'm going to call them Formidable Fridays. I don't know if this is formidable or not. It's kind of a question mark, but it's going to be on a Friday. So, all right. So now this is the part I was having troubles with. I need to make from That's my troubles. I don't know where to start and where to end. It's on this side. Okay, so on this side, I want to go here and here, like that. So I want to go here and here, here, okay, right? So on the top of here, I'm going to go here and here. And then I want to go here and here, here and here, here and here. And I want to end up with one, oops, no, that's going the wrong way. That's where I was having troubles. It's going to come kind of up and out. Okay. So then here comes in and to there. That one, nope, that's not where it goes. Okay, I'll have to think about that one. It's going to go, this would have a wave going like that. So it actually goes here and to here. Okay. And then here comes down and over. Hope you can see some of these. I'm making them really light because I don't want the pencil, I want the pencil line to be able to be erased when I'm finished. Okay. And then here goes here and there. Here, and we end over there somewhere. Here, and it'll end over there somewhere. Okay, and this one. Come here and end here. Okay. All right, that's that side. Now the other side. So I'm making the letter Y. So I need to come up and over. Like that. Up like that. So now I'm looking at the bottom of here, and I'm deciding where. I've got my Y going to go this way, so I need to decide. No, I don't like that one. It needs to come kind of inward and then kind of outward. Kind of inward and kind of outward. Kind of inward, kind of outward. Kind of inward, kind of outward. Okay. It would go kind of inward and kind of outward. Kind of inward, kind of outward. That, and then this one would go, it's going to come from here and it's going to go kind of inward and kind of outward. All right, I'm just going to follow those lines that I made. I'm not sure if I've done them right or wrong. They look like Y's to me. I think I did okay. I'm going to use, rather than the fat pen that I used for the waves, I'm going to use a thinner one, and that should make it look a little different. So let me use my 02. So my first Y is going to come from here and come up like this, and here and come up like that. That's a Y. Here and come up like that. Here and come up like that. That's also a Y. Okay. I think I've figured it out much better than I did previously. So that's good. So this Y comes this way and that way, like that. Yes. I do think, because I'm not able to chit-chat about other things, I really have to concentrate on what I'm doing. So I do think this is a formidable pattern. It's harder than it looks. Like that. why. Okay, and this one needs to go like that, like that, like that. A little line right there. Oh my goodness, I think I did it. I have Y's. I have Y's. And then if I turn it over, I have Y's. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. Okay. So now we can do that. And now I'd like to put a little color on here, but I want to be a little more subtle than these other ones that they did. I like this gray one. Okay, I'm going to study the gray one. If you guys have the pattern open, I didn't show it before. Okay, there's, you're not going to be able to see it. There's the pink and blue one here. There's the all blue one here. And then there's the just gray one. Oh. See, this is why I have to have my ring light off when you guys, when I show you guys my phone. Maybe if I get closer. This gray one. I like how it gets really dark in here. So I'm going to try to replicate that. So I'm going to make it really big for me and get it closer to my face. And I want to see how it is they did this. Okay, it looks like on going one direction, they've done an extra line in here as well. They've done an aura. Do I have a super thin one? I want a really, really thin pen. This one. Okay, this is a teeny tiny pen. This is a 0.05. Oh, look, I have a 0.03. That's even smaller. Good job, Copic. 0.03. This nib is practically invisible. That's what I want. So I want these ones that are going this way for me to have. Looks like they go like this, and like this, and like this. My, that's a little pen. It's not drawing very well. Is it capturing bits of paper in there? That's entirely possible. We're just going to make a subtle line. Like that. You may not even be able to see it. It's such a small line. So this is a 07. This was an 02. And this is a 003. Don't think I've ever drawn with a pen this thin before. And I probably will not do it very often. I think it might need a smoother paper. This has got quite the texture, and I think that might be part of its issue. Okay, so now let's do these ones. I definitely think this pen would serve itself well maybe on marker paper where it's a much thinner, smoother paper. It just seems to be catching on the texture of this paper and not wanting to draw in certain spots. That's very, very thin. But it gives a subtle difference between this Y and this Y, and I like that. Now, I'm not going to do a Formidable Friday every Friday, but when I encounter a pattern that seems like it might be a little bit more challenging, I will put it on a Friday, if that makes sense. Sometimes we don't have any challenging patterns in a month. Okay. Okay, and then that one goes downwards, so this little arm goes upwards. Like that. And this one. Come on. One more line. That's all you need. You can do it. Okay, little pen. I will put you away. You are struggling. It also could be that they were being stored standing up, and you really shouldn't store these standing up. They should be laying down. So let me move those in there. So they're laying down. Okay, so now the next step, in order to do this, I think I want a colored pencil, and I want a deep, either a dark gray or a deep blue. Do I have like a blue gray? What does this look like? No. I mean, maybe for a little bit of it, but no, that's not what I want. Okay. Ultramarine, indigo, Prussian blue. Let's try the Prussian blue. Yeah, I don't think this one. You guys can't tell the difference. Can you? Can you tell the difference? This one's more blue. This one's darker. It has a little bit more of a blackish blue color. I think that's the one I want. So this one's called, this is from Castle Arts, and it's called Prussian Blue number 42. In case you're wondering. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of this cool gray deep, number 66, cool gray deep. All right, let's zoom back out. And they're going to go on, do a little pencil sharpening there. They're going to go on this one, the one that's not got these lines. So that will help me just in general. Is that what I want to do? Not sure that that's what I want to do, but I've started. Okay, so I need to color all of these gently first, I think. We'll just give it a quick coloring. While I'm doing that, let me read a question. If you guys want to fast forward through the coloring part and just go to the end, feel free. Absolutely. Feel free to do that. Oops. That one needs a thin pen mark. Oop, wrong one. Not 03, 003. Hello, too big. Okay, I better keep this pen out in case I've forgotten any other spots. Question from the book. If you could choose any 6 people to be the pallbearers at your funeral, who would you choose? Well, I am most likely going to choose cremation, so I don't need pallbearers, but if I needed pallbearers for some reason, I have a few in mind. And you know, it's interesting, sad, weird that the first person that popped into my mind was my brother-in-law, who's just recently passed away. So, you know, there's that. That's weird that that's the first person who I would want. But he's not here anymore, so I can't choose him. What the heck? That's making me sad. Okay, I'm doing this quick because then I'm going to come back in and do the darker parts, but this will help me see which one is which and where I want the dark blues and maybe a little of that gray. Okay. Next question. If you had to repeat your exact life over again, exactly as it was from any age, what age would you go back to? Or where would I start if I had to repeat my whole life again? Where would I start? I would start at my wedding. Somewhere around there. There are certainly bits and pieces that I would not want to relive. I suppose everyone has that. Bits and pieces in your life that you don't want to relive. Oops, got a little carried away with my pencil. Let's erase that. Next question. Coloring is the hardest. If you guys, like I said, if you guys really want to skip forward past the coloring, go for it. This is going to take a while. I didn't expect. I really wasn't planning on coloring, but because shading would go faster. It's still in the same places, but for some reason, just putting a little graphite is so much faster, and then being able to just blend with the blending stump rather than coloring each piece. But I'm enjoying myself, so that's what we're doing here. Okay, and then these arm bits would be a little darker right there, and right here. Next question. What is it? If you could find one thing besides money in your family attic, what would you want to discover? I think I'd want to discover I think I'd want to discover clothing of my ancestors. I think the clothing would be cool. It would really give me a sense of who they were favorite colors, style, and size. You could get to know how big or small your relatives were based on their size. I have one dress in my closet that was my great grandmother's, and I am about her same height, but she was so skinny. Oh my! The dress itself, when I was younger, actually fit me fairly well, except for the sleeves. She had the tiniest little bird arms. I couldn't hardly get my arm in there. The top part of the sleeve was just so tight. They weren't a long sleeve dress. It was one with those little, I don't know, what do you call them, cap sleeves, where the sleeve is just kind of got a little band like that, and then it kind of poofy like this, and then the rest of the dress was, going here like that. There's the dress, and it had these little sleeves like that. I don't know what you call those, but this little band part right there, so tight. I only have ever tried it on once in my life because I got my arms in, and then I thought I was never going to get my arms out, and I was going to have to ruin the dress to get out. So I've never put it on again. And that was back when I was a teenager, and I was much smaller then. So she was tiny. It's the only piece of clothing I own from her. I own a sweater from my grandma. I think clothes would be cool. Absolutely. Something's not quite right with these corners. I'm missing some bits of that pattern, but it's good enough. I think I really need to sharpen this pencil again, but I'm trying to get this done without too much ado, so I'm going to just slog through here. Okay, I like that so far. I want to add some of this dark gray right in here. And then I think I want to add some of this dark gray right there on this one. Yeah, like that. Okay, that's working all right. So it's kind of like using graphite shading, but not exactly. And that's working pretty well. Something like this. Okay. What do we think? How are we doing? I think that's looking good. And now I think I want a little bit of highlights with my white pencil. Yeah. I like it when I start getting looser with my coloring. Number one, it goes a little faster, but I also get a little bit more sense of movement when I do that, rather than being so tight with it. Okay, let's see. What else does it need? Does it need anything else? No. No, I'm good. I think it's good. All right, so let's give it a name. What was it called? Y waves. Y waves. Sign it. And this was, what was it? World Ocean Day. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm starting to get hot. Today is going to be a roasty one, and it is almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is getting warm in here. Don't know if I can draw any more today. I'd like to, but I don't think I can. Anyways, you guys have a great day. I will see you on the next video. Go out and do something nice for someone today. And yeah, I'm going to call this one a challenging one because I was having struggles with it. You might not. You might have a perfectly easy time with it, which it would be awesome if you do. But I was having a struggle. So I'm going to call this a Formidable Friday. You guys have a great day. And don't be afraid of Formidable Friday. Just embrace it, but just know that it's coming. All right, you guys have a great day. Bye.